What up, OGs? We are here at Rogue Rogis today. We are trying the, what is this, cheeseburger pierogi? And then what do you have, Joey?
Jamaican jerk, baby.
Jamaican jerk chicken. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's so good. It's a little spicy.
It is a little spicy, but it's got that kick, that good
Yours
kicker.
is spicy too?
Woo, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, it's spicy. I like the mango. Mine has rice and beans in it, like on the bottom. Watch this. Look at this scoop. Ready?
That's him. That's him. That's it. Woo! Then shout out to Abby and Dane. They hooked it up with a special order. What is this? The blueberry ones? Blueberry pie. Blueberry pie. You heard that correctly. Oh yeah, you got the one with all that cream.
Oh, I love the cream. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
I know why you love these.
Dude, these are good. This is a dessert right here.
Let's go.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, you guys.
Absolutely.
These are fucking gas. As
That
usual.
is a toaster strudel, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this is Joey's first pierogi.
First three.
So everyone, round of applause for Joey with the first pierogi. He did it. He did it.
I'll never eat anything
We'll
else.
see y'all next time.
What up, OGs? Welcome to another episode of the OG Sessions podcast. This is episode 126 going down right now. And of course, I'm here with my brother, Joey Allen.
Yo, what's up?
How are you feeling, Joey Allen?
I'm feeling good.
That boy's a fiance now.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you,
Give me
brother.
a quick rundown on the day.
Okay, so y'all don't know, but I got a shit.
Actually, they do know.
Oh, they do know because we told you. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we gave them a
it actually
sneak-
happened now. So I got engaged on the 20th or some shit, 22nd. It went fucking great. Like everything pretty much went to plan. I didn't work that day, which sucked because it made the day go by so fucking long, or so slow because it wasn't until 7 and I'm sitting there at the house until 7 p.m. just waiting. But it went great. Like I told her we were just going on a date, like regular.
Yeah.
We walked into the restaurant and I had already set it up like weeks before. Like restaurant manager knows, like I had event coordinator and photographer, everything's set up there.
Yeah.
But we walk in there and they're like, "Table for two?" question mark. I'm like, "Yes, table for two. That's it."
More like table for 22.
Right.
Yeah.
And then so she walks us back to the outside where I had the event coordinator set everything up, and she walks away, and then it's just me and her. And I take her to my little spot, get down on one knee, do my little speech.
And it was nice that she cried, bro.
It was nice. And
I was
she
gonna say,
cried.
like, we were wondering. That was one thing. We were
I'm
talking
a
about
sweet
last-
talker.
You were.
I'm a sweet talker. But yeah, obviously she said yes, duh. And then took a bunch of pictures, turned around, and the whole family's there. So like it was like a double surprise. She got proposed to, and then all her family and friends are.
It was so fun, bro.
Yeah.
And like we were all sitting in the room waiting for you to show up. So like all of us, like 20 of us, are all sitting in this back room, hidden from everybody, and we're tracking you, like waiting to see where he's at. And then we saw you show up, and we saw you walk back there, like on the Maps app on your phone or whatever. And we're like, okay, when do we go? Like, at what point are we going to walk out there? And then someone peeked out and saw that you just did it. And we're like, all right, let's go. This is our time.
There was a part of me that kind of wanted, I wanted her mom, grandma to like see it, like actually see it. But there was another part of me that wanted to be just me and her, like just have it intimate.
For sure.
But, for the people, once everybody came out, I did it again.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you got back out.
Get your cameras out. I'll do it again for you. And then. So,
That was awesome, bro. I mean, you guys are such a cute couple, and like,
appreciate
you crushed. Seriously, like that was a really good proposal.
Thank you, brother.
Shout out to you and congratulations.
Thank you.
We got my boy's off the market now.
I'm officially off the market.
Yeah. So let's jump into win of the week.
Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 126, win of the week. I'll start us off.
Okay.
So my win of the week is them Jaguars getting Travis Hunter, baby.
Yes, sir.
I'm stoked on it.
That's
it's like
big.
You get two players in one.
I know. You get offense and defense.
And he even says that he wants to play both ways. So, I mean, that's 120
I didn't
snaps.
think that it would happen. Like
I didn't-
I mean, not him drafting, but the possibility of him playing both sides. Because I heard so many coaches say, like, no, you're going to either come on as receiver or you're going to come on as cornerback.
Yeah.
And they're talking in the interviews, and they're like, they want him on both sides.
No, dude, he's a dog.
That's
I'm not even
dope.
gonna lie. Like I was pretty stoked when we got him. Shout out to us.
Yeah.
Like,
and the social media presence, like with the Jaguars, I feel like we got such a big bump, like online.
oh yeah, 100%, bro. So I mean, seriously, shout out to the Jags. I'm glad we actually took a risk for once and went out there and got like a badass player, bro. So I'm loving everything that we're doing right now. The time of us recording this episode, it's rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL draft are about to start. So all we got right now is round 1, and I'm pretty stoked so far. So shout out to them boys; they're doing their thing.
Yes, sir.
What's your win of the week?
My win of the week, we already talked about it, but I'll make it Morgan specifically. She's just a great woman, the best woman for me. So, and obviously, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, we already talked about your win of the week, but dude, it's huge. Yeah. Seriously, like I
her saying yes is my win of the week.
Yeah. Thank you, Morgan, for saying
win of my
yes.
life.
Yeah. Then quick road to 200 update before we get into this episode, bro.
How you doing? You working out? You back in there?
I know
you're getting rough with the move.
I'm working out. Yeah, like we're still trying to get everything set up. I know it seems like it's been going like, it's been a slow process, but it's for me, it's just the eating, bro. Like trying to get those calories in has been killing me lately.
Yeah.
I've been, dinners obviously with Cass cooking the meals that she be cooking, bro. Like I'm eating a shit ton of dinner, but it's like during the day, I'm trying to like fit in a protein shaker. I'm trying to fit in like, a couple protein bars here and there. But I really feel like I need to be eating like a full breakfast, full lunch, and then go and crush some dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know right now I'm probably at like maybe 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. I want to get to that like 5,500, 6,000 calorie range, bro. Because I've still got probably 30 pounds left to go. Maybe God forbid,
maybe eating 10,000 calories.
Like, no, seriously, bro, I got to be putting on weight. But I mean, we're only a third of the way through the year.
Yeah.
The year's young, so we can do it.
That's
How are you feeling? You're looking great. Bigger. Like you're looking a lot bigger.
I don't know if I weigh bigger, but I've been obviously working out a lot more, and I've been surfing. So surfing, bro, I get so cut up, which makes me look bigger.
Yep.
I've only been twice, but 2 times of paddling around for an hour and a half.
We need to get out there this weekend.
We do.
Because
there's waves,
I was going to say there's waves this weekend, and I'm not even going to lie, bro. Like, I've been itching lately
to get out there. Well, that
sun
feels so good.
Oh, yeah,
Let me tell you. And the water's not bad.
Is it?
It's like 70. I think it said 73 today, which normally I'd be like, fuck that. I'm not going out in that.
Yeah.
But, bro, like it's...
Well, if it's 98 degrees outside, then fuck it.
True.
But, dude, I'm very excited for today's episode. I want to go ahead and jump into this one. I don't want to take a lot of time on this intro, and I think our guests are about to be here as well.
Yes, sir.
This is kind of like a personal favorite for me, not even going to lie, because I recently ran into these guys at, I don't even remember where they were popped up at, but they make pierogies. I've never had a pierogi before, and, dude, it was fucking
I never even heard of a pierogi.
Dude, it was so good. And so I was like, just told him, I was like, maybe we got to get y'all on the pod, honestly, because this is like, I really want to put this out there. I feel like a lot of people haven't had pierogies before. And it was honestly one of the best foods that I've had. I almost made it my damn win of the week if they weren't going to be on the show. Seriously, like it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, I want to jump into this one. I don't want to waste any more time. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's do it.
What up, OGs? Episode 126 going down right now. Of course, I'm here with my brother, Joey Allen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm excited for this episode,
Big
brother.
episode.
And I will tell you right now, fan favorite.
I can tell you.
Because, I mean, there's a bunch of people that I know have already had, these people's food before, and it's one of my favorites. I'll tell you right
excited.
now. I'm already hungry just thinking about it.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the owners of Rogue Rogis, Abby and Dane. What's up, y'all?
How we doing?
Not too bad. How you guys feeling?
Doing good, doing good.
Good to have you guys in the studio for real.
Hell yeah.
Got to give you guys your flowers because the pierogies are fucking amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, the first time that I'd ever really had it, like literally, I'd never even heard of a pierogi until I met you guys. And so, I don't think I saw you guys at Bedlam or Mayport Brewing or one of the two. And I mean, from there, I was sold.
Yeah, we get that a lot. We give like a lot of people their very first pierogies down here in the South.
For the people that don't know what a pierogi is, let's go ahead and describe it for them.
So I would say it's more like it's like a ravioli, but it's like a Eastern European ravioli. So it's like, like a pasta dough filled with typically potato and cheese, but we are Rogue Rogis, so we fill it with whatever comes to mind. And we get creative with it. We have a lot of fun with it. We do all different kinds of things.
Okay. But a traditional pierogi, it has, what would you say, potatoes and...
Potato and cheese.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's just simple. It's kind of like a simple dish. It's nothing crazy. Yeah. But you guys, I mean, y'all's are like extravagant.
Is it bigger than ravioli?
They are basically around the same size. They're just like a different shape. Like, raviolis are usually like square.
Yeah.
Pierogies are like traditionally like a half moon type of thing. They're like originating in Poland, and my partner here is Polish.
Okay. Stay true to
Somebody's
the roots.
gotta be.
Somebody's gotta be. Yeah, we both grew up with them in like different ways. Like I had a good friend growing up. Her mom used to make them homemade.
Okay.
And he has like his own variation of a story with it.
Yeah, tell
They
us.
fry.
Yeah. So I mean, like I grew up like my mom, and my brother used to really love like the potato and cheese and the sauerkraut ones, and my grandma would always get them for us. And one day she brought over blueberry ones, and I was like, as soon as I tried them, I was just like hooked forever. And she used to go out of her way like to get these blueberry ones because there was only like one place that would sell them. Right?
Yeah.
And she would make fun of him.
And she would make fun of me and be like, "That's not very Polish, but I'm gonna get them for you anyways,"
Yeah.
And so then like I got super into like owning a business one day and like entrepreneurship, and I was like, one of the thoughts that I had was like, what else can I put in a pierogi that's like different and not very
Untraditional.
Polish?
Yeah.
And and just like have some fun with it,
And there's pros and cons about doing the pierogi thing because like pro would be no one really knows what it is. So it's like you guys are kind of introducing it to them for the first time and they can fall in love with it. But the con is like no one really knows what it is. So when they first see like pierogies being sold, they're like, oh well,
They're not gonna go up there and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they're like, oh well, no one's gonna be craving something that they don't know. You know what I
Right.
mean? But once they have it, they're like hooked.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like something that like we've noticed is like if people know what a pierogi is, you love them. If you don't know what it is, once you have them, you love them. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny too because especially when you're like starting a food truck or anything like that where you're selling just like one specific like lane of food, it kind of helps like whenever it's a common item that a lot of people know about. But then on the backside of that is the competition's insane.
Right.
So if you guys were to do like sell pizza or sell burgers or whatever, it's like there's a million other people that are doing that exact same thing.
So I think like that is where like we kind of do we kind of hit that niche in a interesting way where we can turn the pierogi into basically anything. We can take it and like take flavors that people know and love. Like we have a cheeseburger pierogi. Everybody knows what a cheeseburger is.
True.
So it's like we're kind of bridging that gap between like what the hell is a pierogi and like, oh, we know what a cheeseburger is. Oh, we know what like a buffalo chicken is. We know we like buffalo chicken. So like if we're like the food there, people are like, okay, I can get down with that basically.
Yeah, and it does taste just like that. I will say the cheeseburger one is my favorite. I mean, gas.
Is too.
Yeah, it's so good. It tastes just like a cheeseburger too. And so,
absolutely.
Joey asked a question a little bit earlier. Do you guys usually fry them, or is it grilled? Like I've seen you guys do it both ways. Like, what's the proper way to make a pierogi?
So I mean, typically it's like pan fried in butter is like the very like traditional like OG way to do it.
Okay.
But we like when we started, I was like, there's got to be another way to do it, and then we tried at home just like deep frying a pierogi for us, and we were like, we didn't know if it was gonna work or not, and then it came out phenomenal. It like adds a totally different like texture. And so you're able to deep fry a pierogi. You can get them pan fried. I mean, her and I both grew up like eating them just boiled, with like no crunch, nothing
wow.
at all.
So like when they're just boiled, it literally like that's when it most closely resembles like a ravioli.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when you boil a ravioli and it's just like pasta dough and it's like a pasta filled with something.
Yeah.
When it's just boiled, a pierogi is like that. And then when it's pan fried, it has like that like slight crust on it. And then when it's deep fried, it's like nice and crispy all the way
wow,
around.
that thing deep fried.
That's what I'm saying. That's the ones that I get, bro.
I would
Deep
never
fried
boil
is
it.
gas. I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
lie.
deep fried goes crazy, and that's like a big thing that since we've been doing this down here in Florida, deep fried's a very big thing in like Philly and like in like the more middle states.
Yeah, like we've met a
And-
lot of people that are from like Philadelphia that are like tell us that like they grew up with them like deep fried and you can get a cheeseburger in Philadelphia and instead of french fries it'll come with like deep fried pierogies
Nice.
and like potato and cheese
Yeah.
pierogies.
Oh no way! Okay, that's sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I will say, like the potatoes and cheese, that one even sounds fire too. Just
It
just like
is.
fried. Way.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like gas.
So
I know, I
we
need to
took
get
like
one.
the humble like potato and cheese pierogi and like the flagship was kind of like our low to baked potato. So it's like
Okay, I
it has
see.
like the traditional potato and cheese base pierogi, but then the toppings is like what makes it different and like fun.
So are you guys ordering them already like made, and you just have to cook them? Or how are you guys like, okay, I figured you guys are probably making them yourselves, right?
Yeah, we hand make absolutely everything. We get our flour imported from Italy because the flour that you could buy generally at like Walmart or Publix or whatever is just like it goes through like a process, and there's
It's
like
bleached.
there's
And has
chemicals in
niacin.
there, and like we really set out on a mission to provide something different that's also like the highest quality that we could possibly do.
For sure.
And so like we get it imported from Italy, we're mixing up the dough, we're like rolling it out by hand, we're cutting it by hand. It's just the two of us making them usually.
How many do you make at a time? Like, walk us through the process of you getting ready for an event.
Oh boy. Well, it's tough because we have like so many different flavors, right? So like we have to make like each individual filling, and we make like
How many different fillings do you have?
Right now we've been like kind of sticking around like 5 to like make our lives a little easier.
For sure.
But it's still like a lot of work. But we usually have like 4 of the same ones on our menu, and then like every month or so we've been trying to like switch up our special.
Okay, I see.
That's smart.
Yeah, because you guys had a dessert one too, didn't you?
Yeah, the dessert one's always in rotation just because like the blueberry pie one's so near and dear to my heart.
bro.
But like we tried to do we did like a peach pie one at first.
And an apple pie.
And we did an apple
Oh,
pie.
apple pie would be gas.
It is gas.
Yeah.
And even like deep fried too.
Oh, yeah.
What about like a
absolutely.
strawberry something?
Absolutely.
The dessert ones, people are like scared of the dessert ones for whatever reason, because it's like they think of it as like a savory food. When he told me that he grew up with blueberry pierogies, I was like, what the?
It sounds good to me.
But
My
so
guy.
when they're deep fried, they literally turn into like these little toaster strudel pockets of
Do you
like.
put powdered sugar on them?
We actually make like a glaze.
For the peach pie ones, we did do like a powdered sugar and like a caramel sauce that we did like made ourselves.
And we toss them in a cinnamon sugar.
Ooh,
Okay.
oh my
So
god.
good. So good. Like it's serious. Like, we take it serious.
So how much prep time goes into you guys making? So let's ballpark it. Like let's say normal day you guys are gonna go do an event like at Bedlam or at Mayport or something like that. How many pierogies are we bringing to that?
It varies wildly. I mean, this past weekend at Bedlam, like I said, like we probably brought like between the 2 days like 700-800.
God dang.
We left with at the end of the weekend maybe like 50-60 of them.
And so how much prep time are we talking? Like, is this all night? You guys are just making like the ground beef and like.
We usually take like the good portion of like the beginning of the week, and we do everything. It's just the two of us. So like we go do the grocery shopping, we do like the cooking, we make like all the fillings, and he takes like the time to make all of the dough. And like bro was using like 30 cups of flour the other day.
Oh
making
my God.
dough.
Do you make it all at one time? Like, is it a big old?
I'm trying to like fine tune like the really big batches.
Yeah.
But right now it's like I have it down pat with like 10 cups of flour and like using all the other ingredients to do like that, and that turns into maybe like 200 like circles. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then so for this weekend I did like 4 whole batches of flour, and like we cut them all into circles. And we usually take like one day to like make all of the fillings, right? We get all the fillings squared away.
Yeah.
And then like I'll wake up early in the mornings and I'll just start throwing dough together. I'll be chopping out circles, and then like I'll get them all set up, and then that way it's like we have all our fillings.
Yeah.
And then all the circles are ready, so we could just sit down and like we don't have to worry about running out of circles. We don't have to worry about running out of fillings, and we can just like go.
What part of the process is the most annoying? Like whenever you're having to cook all the ground beef for the cheeseburger ones, or I'm trying to think of like what part would be the most like time consuming whenever you guys are making them.
What do you think?
I mean, I think the most time consuming part is when we're like making the dough, and like when you're like rolling out dough by hand, it's like if it's not like
The right consistency.
the right thickness or the right consistency, it like is such a pain.
Yeah.
It's such a pain, and it's like sometimes because if it's too thin, and like usually like after we make them, right, we boil them first to like set the dough.
Yeah, that's
and
like
then
a major part of it is like after you fill them and like crimp them and like all that good stuff, you have to take the dough and you boil them, and like that like sets the dough into like this like completely different texture. And you can't just throw them on top of each other. You have to like put them in like flat
They
sheets.
stick to each other.
They do, exactly. So you have to like literally lay them out like flat in like sheets with like parchment, boom, boom, like layers of like even layers, and then like you have to freeze them. And in order to transport them, we have to freeze them in order to throw them into bags. So like that for me, I think that's my most like annoying part of the process is like the freezing and like having to, you know, regather them all.
It's insane. Like, I mean, I salute you guys though. How long did it take for y'all to come up with like the perfect recipe? Like, were you guys kind of like testing different things like months leading up to y'all starting this business, or you just have been eating these your whole life, so you kind of already know how to do it?
So, I mean, my first original attempt at pierogies was when she had like a hankering for pierogies, and we were living in Massachusetts, and I was like, I can make her pierogies, you know, like whatever. It's my lady. I can make her pierogies. And then
homemade is so much better than frozen.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, like we didn't want to like go to the store and like buy Mrs. T's and like whatever, you know. And I was like, I can make this, you know. So I used that. I found like a good recipe that was like kind of like the bones of it, and then like having different jobs where I've like worked in different kitchens and stuff. I'm like, I can make this even better, you know. So I like, you know, improved on the recipe and like was adding like, you know, I add different like spices and different like amounts of like all these other ingredients, and created our own dough recipe. And so like it definitely took a little bit of work. The first round that we ever did like came out pretty good, and I was like, dang, these are way better from frozen than the frozen ones, you know.
Yeah.
And now it's just like automatic, you know, like I have the recipe written down somewhere, but like I never look at it, you know.
For sure, yeah.
Like, it's just tucked away in my brain.
So how long has this process been going on for you guys? Like, you guys started the business when?
So it's actually funny how the business got like started. Like we are new to Jacksonville. We've only been here for a year.
Oh, wow.
We moved from Massachusetts last March.
Okay.
And we both like went through various different jobs over like the course of however many months. And then he was working at like a cubicle type of office job that just wasn't him.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Not for him.
I don't like being behind a computer all day.
Hey, I get
Not
it.
for me,
For sure,
you know?
yeah.
So he had this idea like years and years ago about like the business itself, like the concept. And like he's working in this office and he's like, I want to do something with this. And so he makes up a sign up sheet and brings it into the office and has people like pre-order pierogies for like just frozen.
Yeah.
And they pay him in advance. He comes home, we take that money, we go to the store, buy all the ingredients and make everything. And he brings them in frozen, and like the cycle keeps going. Like people like kept buying, and we were like, okay, like we have something here.
Yeah. And were you drawing a profit from that?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much immediately we were profitable, just
Really?
because it was like pre-orders. You know what I mean?
For
So
sure,
it was,
yeah.
like, it didn't like for the low amount of orders that we were doing, like it didn't really cost that much to buy all the ingredients.
How much were you charging per bag?
So I was doing them in like 6, 12, and 24 because
Okay.
I worked in the office I was working at. There was a lot of people that had like husbands, kids, wives, you know, like they had like whole families, you know. And so I was just like, you know, I think when I started it was an order of 6 for 12, 12 for 18, and like 24 for like 32 or something like that.
Okay, nice.
You know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was reasonable, you know, for like, cause like a typical like order of pierogies is like 5 or 6 of them, and like you're full, you know, like it's like a meal. That's like, you know, especially if you have kids or whatever, like a kid's maybe gonna eat like 3 or 4 of them
For sure.
or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And like having them just be frozen, you know, it was like I felt like it was like a solid price point.
Yeah.
And it was like the response that I got from people was overwhelming. Like it was like I would show up in the office and I was the pierogi guy. You know, like people were like, "Oh, I heard about your pierogies from this person or that person, and like when are you taking more orders?" You know, and like it was fantastic.
And it just kind of like snowballed from there. And I think that was back in like I want to say like August.
Okay.
Maybe.
And so then you kind of got this idea. You're like, okay, I've got something here. Like, let me capitalize on this opportunity and start a whole business out of it.
Yeah.
And you also probably wanted to leave the office job. So you're like, what better time to make the leap than right now?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the office job was like 10 to 12 hours a day. You know, it was only like, it was like a 4-day work week and then 3 days off, which was cool, you know, but then I was like,
12 hours behind a computer is not
Tough.
fun.
On the phones.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah, it was like a call center type of job. And like it was like a call center sales type of job. And, you know, I was just doing it because I was new to the area. And I'm like, I need to make, you know, something. But I really want to do this business. I had this like feeling in my gut that like, once we start this business that like it can really be something, you know?
For sure.
So then we got the idea of like, you know, doing pop-ups and like cooking them for people instead of just selling them frozen. So like our business model kind of like immediately transitioned from like selling them frozen to like cooking them more gourmet with like toppings and sauces and like all of the things that we do.
For sure. I love that you guys do that, by the way. I mean, I don't know what the damn sauces y'all put on the cheeseburger one. But
that's our personal blend. That's our rogue sauce.
oh, it's
Rogue
gas.
sauce.
Yo.
I'm so excited to try these
serious
tomorrow.
Yeah,
stuff,
so
man.
I'm starving.
We're gonna, so tomorrow we're gonna stop by and get Joey his first pierogi.
Oh, yeah.
I've obviously already had. I think I probably had every single flavor at this point. And the buffalo chicken ones, don't sleep on the buffalo chicken. I mean, those are like fire. I think that's actually my girlfriend's favorite flavor. Awesome. But yeah, so we're gonna go in there tomorrow and taste test those out, get him his first pierogi, and then we'll put that clip over this episode. So if you guys are watching this episode, you've already seen Joey try his first pierogi. So
I'm sure they're great.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we're so full off the
Oh, they're
pierogies
so
right
good.
now.
I'm
They're
like,
so
oh,
good.
wow.
No, but no, you guys are crushing it, and I love the name too, Rogue Rogis. And you guys, your branding, everything that y'all are doing with it is fire. And for like it being such a new business, it doesn't seem like that, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought you guys started less than a year ago or a year ago.
It's been like 6 months now.
Wow.
Once we decided we wanted to do it, we were like, we're gonna go hit the pavement, and we went into a couple of breweries, one of them being Ink Factory, and then they were like, this weekend we have something going on if you want to come pop up. But we didn't have anything. So in 3 days, we threw together our entire business model. Like we went and got.
You guys were asking for spots before you knew what to do.
Yeah. Like we got our business cards, our
Business card.
T-shirts, our like whole Instagram setup. Like we did like,
all of our tent, our tables, our fryers, our like everything. We bought everything in 3 days, and we went to the mall. We got like I've done all the graphic designing for the business, and I like threw together a quick little design thing and made like a t-shirt design. We went to the mall and we were like, slap this on a t-shirt, and like 2 days later we're at Ink Factory whipping up food for
That's
people.
cool, and everyone probably thinks you guys have been in the game so long.
Yeah.
What was that first event like?
it was good. I mean, we did.
It was windy.
It was so windy. It was like we didn't realize like moving from Massachusetts, it's like there's a lot of mountains, there's a lot of hills. Like when it's windy, like you don't really feel it quite as much unless you're like in like an open field somewhere. You know what I mean? And in Florida, it's very flat, and like especially by the beach. So like when it's windy, you know it. You know,
for sure.
You feel
every gust.
Yes, yeah, and we had like it was our first event ever, and we were like our food trays are like blowing off the table, our like little signs are like going everywhere. You know, it was
our first time using the generator. We were just like literally figuring it out as we.
Did it work out though the first time? Like
it worked out. I mean, we
didn't leave.
Yeah, we didn't leave. A lot. There were other people.
Did you think
there.
about it?
We did. But we were like, this is our first event ever. This is something we want to do.
Good.
And we are absolutely going to stay here. We're going to stick it
figure
out.
it out.
You know,
Yeah,
we're going to
that's the
deal
best
with
way
it.
to learn, trial and error, right?
That's it.
You know, just getting your feet wet and just seeing how Like, I mean, that's literally the story of this fucking podcast. If we're being honest, you know, it's just like you try shit and see if it works. If it doesn't, then you pivot. You
That's
know,
it.
and
That's like the mark of like any successful business is being able to pivot.
for sure. And I mean, you guys, it's so funny because like it tastes like the recipe. Y'all could have your own fucking restaurant. You know what I mean? Like it's so good. They're so. I mean, I think the first time I ever had y'all's pierogies, I came back for 2 more orders.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I mean, it was just addicting, you know, especially like when you're out there, you got a beer, you're at like Bedlam or something, like you just crave it and you smell it too. That's how I see like y'all's model, you know, because the place that you guys pop up at Bedlam, if that wind is blowing, you smell the pierogies.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like you already, and then other people coming in, walking in with a, set of 5, like.
Right. I think like our, the plating is something that really is helpful. Like people see it and they're like, what is that? I want one.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're very fair price. You know what I mean? Like you guys aren't, robbing anybody on the price point. They're like, that's why I had no problem going up and getting 2 more orders. Cause I'm like, now I kind of want to try every single flavor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At first I was kind of like skeptical because I was like, you guys, there wasn't a lot of branding the first time I had ever tried the pierogies. And it was just like, they were such a low price point, you know what I mean? I'm like, are these guys even making money? Is this like a side business for them or something like that? But then, you start to see like the lines of people, like now, like whenever I see you guys at Bedlam, like y'all have got a bunch of people crowded around ready to get some. And then you got the merch all lined up. And within the past few months, y'all have already made so much progress. Yeah, I got to give you guys your flowers for it because it's fucking sick.
Do you guys have goals to open like storefront to have a restaurant or
a food truck?
I mean, food truck or / trailer for sure.
Okay.
I've had this like idea brewing for a little while about like, there's other people that I know that have that entrepreneurial spirit and that are in the restaurant business, and I'm like, I kind of want to do something that's like a franchise, like it's
for
like
sure.
If we could like get extra tent and table setups, and then like if we could hire somebody that wants to like run it, and then like if we we start out and like we pay them to like make sure that they are covered, and then if they want to like turn it into their own franchise and like find their own places to pop up at or whatever, it's like they can like take that and run with it, under like the Rogue Rogis brand.
For sure.
That'd be cool.
Because like we'll be able to still do like the marketing and like, it's under like a known brand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
100%.
like definitely something that I want to do. We've toyed around with the idea of like Polish food as a whole. Very
like taking like what we do like with our pierogies, like kind of like fusion, and doing like that with like other kinds of like Polish dishes.
Like what?
Like there's like things called like galumpkies. It's like
It's a fun name.
I know.
they're all fun names.
It's
like
all
I'm
fun.
telling you.
And like kind of just like taking what people think is just like bland like Polish food and like making it like gourmet, full of flavor, and like kind of opening that like door to like the Polish food.
Is Polish
scene.
food typically bland?
It's like if you
think of
look
that
if you
way.
look it up, it's like you could look up Polish food right now and it would be like
Cabbage.
it's cabbage, it's kielbasa, it's like it's very just like ingredients, and the way that it's described just comes across as like,
Yeah.
I might try that, I might not, it
I'd be
just
okay
doesn't
if I
sound
don't.
like right.
Right.
It's like
I
it's
could
not
take it or
like
leave it.
Yeah.
if you like take it and you pull it up and you compare it to like Italian food. You know what I mean? It's like Italian food's got that pizzazz.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
Polish food does not have that pizzazz. But
Can we get the recipe for the rogue sauce? What is that? Like, what are like the main ingredients that go into it?
I mean, it's kind of like
It's kind of like a burger sauce. Like
Yeah.
it's like I mean, it's like got like that like ketchup, mayo, like got some zing in there.
Okay,
It has
yeah.
a little bit of heat. The cheeseburger pierogies are actually like something that like we do like the sauce, we make the pickled red onions, we make the maple bacon jam. We use
the maple bacon jam.
Yeah.
Bro, I forgot about that.
Serious stuff,
So gas.
we
So excited.
shout out to Misguided Spirits. We use their dark rum in the maple bacon jam. It's like
nice.
delicious stuff. If you haven't had Misguided Spirits, you should get on that.
Okay, yeah, I've never heard of that. We definitely need to
No
do that.
affiliation.
No affiliation,
you know,
but
they're
like
just good.
they're great.
A little free shout out.
Free shout out. I just love their dark rum is like it has like this like delicious hints of like maple in there, so it like plays so well in with the like maple bacon jam. And it's just like probably one of our most like well-rounded pierogi dishes because it has like a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of acidity, a little bit of spice.
For sure.
It just like kind of takes you on a journey all around the palate.
That's sick, yeah.
And while we may not give you the recipe for the rogue sauce, I'd be more than happy to make you your own bottle of
Oh,
Yes.
now we're talking.
Yeah,
Now we're
okay.
talking.
Can you put the
Okay.
ingredients on the back?
No measurements
that's
though.
sick. That's sick. Yeah, no, we'll keep a couple things secret on this episode for sure.
For sure.
But no, I just want it so bad because I mean, you guys are, it's like addicting, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Literally.
like I go home and like we like you know like I'll put that on
Put that
whatever.
Put that shit on everything.
Oh yeah, oh
Like chicken
yeah.
nuggets, like you know, you pull up to the
Oh,
drive
with smack on some chicken nuggets. I didn't
Come
even think
on,
about that.
come
That's
on.
true.
That's like another thing that we have talked about doing is like some of like our like toppings and like sauces is like bottling them and selling them, and
sure.
as well as like another major goal of ours is to get our pierogies like in some local grocery stores frozen.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because like I mean, it's just hard to find anything frozen these days that's
What
like
about shipping
homemade.
pierogies?
Shipping is. I was literally
possible,
just.
though.
It's possible,
And we want to do it.
and we definitely want to do it. But like my thing is like, I was just watching literally the Hotbox Pretzels interview like before we came here.
Okay, yeah.
And because Roman's awesome.
Yeah,
he's
he
a great
crushes,
guy,
bro, yeah.
And he was like saying some truth about like when he wanted to like shipping stuff frozen is really expensive because of like the dry ice, the weight. You know what I mean? But I feel like there's definitely ways around that, and like I want to do that, even if it starts out as maybe we can't go nationwide quite as quickly,
Yeah.
but like
Like a
if we could
local.
like ship it locally to Florida.
I was gonna say, or
you
you do
know.
something where it's like just for people in Jacksonville, where you guys could literally go drop them off yourself. You know what I
Delivery.
mean? Yeah, like
Yeah.
delivery. Just do it like
Yeah.
that. I mean, that would be.
I used to work for
tough.
a meal prep company that did that.
True,
Yeah.
that's
Hell
right.
yeah.
We
Like
drive
the-
around
like the-
2 times a week and drop off thousands of orders.
So Joey will go and do that for you.
Perfect.
don't work
you,
there anymore
Joey.
for a reason.
No, but you guys are killing it. What's one of the biggest like trials and tribulations you guys ran into when you were first starting the business? Like, was there anything like maybe you ran into a time where you were at a pop up, like besides the wind? You know what I mean? Like, have you ever had issues with like, technical difficulties while you're trying to get like the grill fired up or anything like that?
So many.
It's still
Really?
kinda,
So many.
It also goes back to the wind.
I mean,
Yeah.
it does go back to
Like-
the wind, but I mean, there was a day where we were at Bedlam and, we were getting everything set up and she, accidentally tipped over like the crock pot with like our cheese sauce in it, right? And it shatters on the ground. And, but I mean, if you're going to start a business, like you have to be adaptable. Like
sure.
no matter what the day throws at you, like you have to just like breathe
Did
it
you
out.
have a plan?
Walmart's right down the street. You go buy another crock pot.
There it is.
Like that's it. That's
Yeah.
all you can do. It's like there's no time to like go back to the spot and like make more stuff and like
Yeah.
or like we don't have extra crock pots lying around. You know what I mean? So I was just like, we're just gonna roll with
Yeah.
it. It's
Based
gonna be,
on that, what you just said, like I think another thing that's hard for us is like running out of pierogies, and like we can't, like we're not like a burger place that we can just slap some more meat on the grill. Like we
Yeah.
make
To
like
make these.
yeah, like we
Yeah.
have to make the dough, we have to make the fillings. Like we don't have like all of those ingredients to like remake you more
Yeah.
pierogies right here, right
Which
now.
flavor is your most popular?
definitely the loaded baked potato and the cheeseburger for sure.
Okay.
This weekend though, the buffalo chicken we sold out of completely before anything else,
Really?
and which was kind of shocking for us because we usually we just typically sell the least of the buffalo.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's actually
There's a lot wrong with
like,
buffalo.
What's wrong with buffalo?
Really?
Everything. Yeah, I don't like buffalo sauce.
For real?
I swear.
It just,
Oh my God.
is it a spice thing?
No,
or is it
because I've
buffalo
recently
chicken?
started I used to not like spicy, but I've recently liked spicy things like hot sauce. But I've tried buffalo again. No.
What
it's
about
disgusting.
just like a normal buffalo wing?
Nope.
Really?
I don't like anything
You
buffalo.
like barbecue?
I like barbecue.
We have
That's crazy to me. I didn't even know that about you, bro. That's nuts.
we have a phenomenal Jamaican jerk chicken pierogi that we're doing as a special that you could also try tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah,
I will
comes
try
with
it
rice and beans, a
my stomach.
coconut lime cream sauce, and a mango salsa.
Nice.
Say less.
It's phenomenal.
That's the one I want.
Perfect. We can
Sold.
even we do flights, so now we do flights.
yeah,
we could do
yeah. 3
Jamaican jerk, 3 cheeseburger.
Yes, that's the
and
one I want.
Make your whole day.
Oh,
you know?
that's
We'll make your
awesome.
whole
See, I'm
day.
dying to try it. One of the dessert ones.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one flavor I have not tried yet is the
Absolutely.
dessert. And I mean, I just after hearing you talk about it, I'm like, okay, I gotta get on that, because
Absolutely.
it does kind of strike you as like not as savory, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I might have to take your word for it, honestly.
They're great. I mean, like when you're growing up and you get like those toaster strudels and like it has like that icing packet.
Yeah.
So like our blueberry pierogies are like when they're deep fried, they come out tasting like a toaster strudel, and they're like nice and flaky like that. And we put like a lemon glaze on it with whipped cream on top, and it's like.
It's so good.
God, I'm
so
getting,
good.
I'm getting hungry just thinking
I'm
about it.
telling you.
Starving.
Yeah.
Starving.
That's awesome. And then what do you have you guys like had an event where it just like stood out like among like all the other ones where you're like, okay, we really have got the ball rolling with this now?
I mean, honestly, this weekend at Bedlam, it was like the 420 Fest, and we were like, because like it's really cool to like show up at breweries and like do like that kind of cool stuff. Like that's how you get out there. It's like small scale,
Yeah.
But like after what we experienced, it's really like we are definitely like a market or like a music festival type of food, like
Yeah.
where you can like grab your plate, you can walk around, it's
Shareable.
shareable.
For
It's
sure.
like it's very like it's a head turner.
And it's not a very
know?
like messy dish, which is
No,
dope. Like you can just
yeah.
like pop them real easy. You know what I mean? It's I like the way you guys are doing it, man, because I mean it's for one, like it's hard to hate on the damn things, because they're so easy, just especially when you're drinking, it's like such an easy little snack.
I really want to do like a chicken broccoli Alfredo one. And so
Oh
like if
my
you fill
God.
it with the chicken, you boil it, maybe give it a slight pan fry, but then it's going to give you that like pasta vibe. Top it with the Alfredo sauce, Parm cheese. You got a little
Okay,
like,
let's think of a new recipe for them. Like, what's a good one? I already have a couple ideas that come to mind. Mozzarella stick, like where it's just cheese inside and like just fried like a mozzarella stick,
Can
like
you
some
put
good
cinnamon
breading.
in the dough and then do like?
Of course I can. Yeah.
Are you about to say French toast?
Can you like deep fry it fast with ice cream in it, like how they do?
Oh my God!
I've thought about that.
Because they do it in the restaurants, don't they? Something like that.
The only thing like I'm concerned about with that is having to boil it first.
Oh, true.
yeah.
There's no
You're right,
way
you're
that
right,
would
you're
work.
right.
I mean, unless it's like sealed.
Well, don't you
perfectly.
refreeze it?
That's
We
true.
do refreeze it. I mean, I would say if we were to try
worth a
that,
shot.
I mean, there's gonna be some
Like
some
how long
that
does it
break.
or how long does it fry for?
in the deep fryer?
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes.
Okay, what about s'mores? Have we thought about doing a s'mores one?
We have
did.
thought about
Okay,
doing a
s'mores would be.
You're probably not gonna guess
Fire.
anything they haven't thought of.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I mean, we sat down for probably like 2-3 hours one night, like while we were in Massachusetts, and
Before
we were
this
just,
even started.
we just came
Yeah.
up with a notebook. We
About
were like
fajitas.
fajitas.
Oh.
Well, not
That'd kind of be.
fajitas.
Wouldn't that be kind of similar to?
It's like a taco kind of.
Yeah. It'd kind of be similar to the. I feel like it would taste a little bit similar to the hamburger ones, but
Unless you do chicken
true,
fajitas. with
true.
some bell
Yeah.
There we go.
peppers in
That'd
it.
be good.
I mean, the fajitas would come with, you gotta have. It really depends on what you serve it with, like,
Yeah.
and like what seasonings you use is like what's gonna transform whatever protein or whatever you use. Like,
Which kind is y'all's personal favorite?
I think my favorite one that we've ever done, hands down, is probably the beef Wellington one that we did.
Okay.
yes.
And like I tried to get Gordon Ramsay to notice me on the internet, because we're
Didn't work
talking like parsnip puree
Okay,
on the
yeah.
Red
bottom,
wine reduction
red
It's a
wine
tough
reduction sauce. It's a tough crowd.
Not the red wine reduction.
Like, oh man, it was so crazy, and it got such an overwhelming response that like, because we go to like Bedlam, and it's typically like there is like a younger crowd that shows up, but like the regulars there are more of an older crowd, and like they know what a beef Wellington is. Like maybe not everybody does, but like
no, for sure,
but they definitely do, and like people are like, we've gotten comments and stuff on our socials that are like, this is like restaurant quality, like food that I can just, and these guys are just making it outside, like on the dirt, like they're just making it like with their tables and stuff just outside, and like we put a lot of like a lot of like heart and soul and like care into like every recipe, every little bit that we do to like every plate,
And then let's talk about the like, you guys have been doing something with like your proceeds from merch or whatever, where you're like giving back to the community and like donating some of the proceeds. Tell me about this, like, because you guys just did it today, and how does it work? What exactly are you guys doing?
So we just made like some stickers like a couple months ago. That's like our first part of our like merchandise drop, I guess you could say.
Cool.
And one of our like major things is like, if you see us, you see our tent, you see the back of our shirts, it says pierogies and positivity. That's like one of our slogans. And the positivity part of our business, because obviously we have the pierogies, the positivity part is we want to take a portion of all of the profits that we make off of our stickers and eventually our merchandise, which we're working on currently, and giving back to the community. So, we just posted a video about it. And we took, actually for this run, we took all of the money that we made so far off of all of the people, like off of the stickers that we made.
Yeah.
And we bought a bunch of food to donate to a local food bank. We went to Jack's Beam. It's like right in Jack's Beach, like basically center. I don't know.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
like
I know
right off
exactly.
of like Shutter Ave.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so we just like, we took all the money we made, we went and got a bunch of non-perishables. We got like breakfast stuff, cereals, oatmeal, beans, rice, like just like, core non-perishable things that like that anybody could make a meal with, really.
Yeah.
And donated it to Beam, and they take a bunch of different kinds of donations. They help a lot of people with like, they have like food pantries. They also help people with like utilities and like financial things. They help people pay their rent when they can't pay their rent. Like,
wow.
They have a bunch of information about it on like their website, but like we thought that was like a really good place to start because they have a really wide reach. They have a lot of different locations that like, they have one on Mayport Road. They have like a couple in like Jack's Beach area.
Cool.
And they just like do more than just like the food, which I thought was cool.
Yeah. And so really you guys are just trying to give back to the community.
Give back to the community.
I love it. It's sick. Like, I mean, it's cool that you guys are doing that because you are such a, new business and such a young business. And so it's like difficult in times like that. You're trying to do everything you can. You're trying to invest every single dollar back into the business.
Right.
But, you guys taking, some of your proceeds and like giving it back to the community, that shit says a lot.
great,
So,
yeah.
I mean, the community is also what like props up any small business or like
sure.
even any big business, and like her and I both have, been through different points in our lives where like we've both been like, living out of cars. We both like have like needed help, and,
Yeah.
like,
We've been
There's
through
just-
the struggle.
yeah.
For sure, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And there's people out there every single day, and it's like, if we could at least be a part of that and like help out even just one person, because like
It's enough to make a difference.
I mean, shit, y'all probably helped out like fucking 18 families with the amount of food y'all took up there. I saw that video. I was like, God damn, bro. I was like, how do I get my hands on some of this stuff? They had some really good stuff there.
Go to the store.
Too. I was like, damn. But no, shout out to you guys. I mean, they were selling a lot of stickers, brother. I'll tell you what, it was insane.
Yeah, we've been getting like an amazing response on our stickers, which like also feels like really good because like put a lot of my heart and soul into like the graphic designing of
Oh,
everything.
you crushed, Abby. Seriously,
you.
it's fire. And then you guys have a bunch of merch you've been working on too. Like I see you got the
We got the
Crocs on right
Crocs,
now
we got
and the
the
socks.
socks, you know,
Yeah, and
come
then
on,
I mean, a lot of things y'all had. Like I think the last time I saw you guys, y'all had the hoodies too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
which
we got
those are
hoodies,
tough.
we got windbreakers. We're gonna be placing an order for like we're getting some like koozies and
Oh,
like
yeah.
hats and.
So where are
bunch of
people
stuff.
going to be able to shop this stuff? Do you already have a website set up or what?
So we don't have a website set up yet. We definitely want to because we want to do the print on demand. You know
Okay,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But like right now, we definitely want to just have it like with us wherever we go
Yeah.
because it's really just like an extra tote bin, you know, that you could fit all that merch in.
For
you
sure.
know? And then it's like if we're at a brewery, koozies hand in hand.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, come on.
No,
like,
and that's perfect. Like you guys could very easily like. What I would do for if I was y'all, I wouldn't be so focused on the print on demand. I'd be focused on having the merch there, so
Yeah.
that people see it and they have their first bite of a pierogi. They're like, oh, I need a hoodie. You know what I mean? Just like that. You know?
Yeah, and we're working on like tanks and shorts and socks
For
and like
sure.
all that cool stuff. you
I
know?
love it. Well, y'all's branding is on point. I mean, you guys are doing a lot of things right. Before we, plug everybody in and whatever, let's go ahead and just like, what's a piece of advice or just something that you guys wish you knew when you first started your business?
I don't know. I mean, I knew starting a business was going to be like a lot of hours,
Yeah.
but like, it's like if you really want it to work, like you really have to be willing to like sacrifice stuff that when you start the business, you're like, oh, it'll be fun to start a business and like, but you have those things in your life that you like don't want to sacrifice. But in order to make it work, like you have to be willing to sacrifice those things, even if it's just for the short term.
Yeah.
Just to like really get stuff rolling. Like you don't have to give anything up forever, but like there are like things that you have to do, and like whether that be like like going to the gym or like like reading books or like going out with the homies or like doing whatever. It's like there are like things that you have to like kind of give up.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, you have to like in the short term just to like because you need to focus like 110% of your energy like on what you're trying to build.
For sure. That's actually a really
Yeah,
good
that
one.
was a good
That's
one.
so accurate. Like, because, I mean, you always looking from the outside in, you're like, oh my God, especially when people are like, oh, I want to start a podcast. Or I'm like, no, you don't. I'm like, you have no idea. Like, it looks fun because you're seeing the clips we post on social media. Well, you don't even realize it's taking me 20 minutes to edit each clip, and we're posting 8 clips a week. You know what I mean? And so it's like, in the end of the day, shit totally, like, you lose so much free time. I mean, I haven't played a video game we used to play video games like
Every day.
24/7. When was the last time you played a fucking video game,
I don't even know where my PlayStation
Yeah,
is.
exactly. So, no, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
And then, did you have anything else, Joey?
No, I mean, it was great learning about Rogue Rogis. I'd never heard about a pierogi till now. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to try
Yeah,
it
we're
tomorrow.
thrilled to have you try them out, man.
Yeah,
Honestly.
It's
We're-
going to be sick.
We give a lot of people their very first pierogi.
But let's go ahead and plug these people in. Where can they follow Rogue Rogis?
Everywhere. Instagram, Facebook. We also have a TikTok. We're kind of like
Is it just
working on-
Rogue Rogis?
It's rogue.rogis.
Okay, sick. And then if you're in Jacksonville, is there like, are you guys like residents at any specific types of bars, like where you're definitely going to be there on this specific day, or
As
like?
of right now, we're at Mayport Brewing Company every Thursday
Okay.
and at Bedlam every Saturday. We also have been doing this new market monthly called the Rainbow Market. It's
Okay.
like in support of like the LGBTQ community down near 5 Points.
Sick.
That's been a lot of fun. People there, great exposure. And that's like, I think the second Saturday of every month.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like literally maybe like 5 minutes down the road from like Riverside Arts Market.
Got
It's like
you,
it's
okay.
like right in that area.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
know? And
But if we do anything else, I always post about it on like our Instagram and Facebook. So if
Right.
like people wanted to follow those, that's where
Yeah,
you would
so
find
just tap
Is
us.
that
in.
rogue.rogis as well? Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
Rogue.Rogies.
That's awesome. You
I
guys
am-
are crushing.
yeah, I definitely want to work on like doing like a YouTube channel too, but like
Oh yeah.
because like that's just huge for exposure, and you never know. You know,
I feel like you could have like a wild personality with Rogue Rogis.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
mean, come on,
I mean,
man.
the
It's just it's
rogue
right there.
personality.
Come on.
you know?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, everything you guys have done with this company is so sick, and I love how you guys are really like going outside the box with it. Like I'd never even known what a pierogi was until I tried them from y'all, and like now I'm obsessed, you know?
Yeah.
So it's cool how you guys are trying to, you know, kind of create your own lane for yourselves, and it seems to be working perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, we just like, you know, we moved down here a year ago. I mean, we're from up north, and when we got down here, it was like the thing that we didn't want to do is like try to compete with like being a burger or a taco or like something that's just like really, you know, oversaturated, you know, and like because there are people absolutely killing it in like all those well-known sectors, right? And so we were just like, dude, we need to pave our own way. We need to like do something unique, different, that's like fun and exciting. And it's really interesting to see people, you know, be like, I've never had a pierogi. Or we even had somebody at Bedlam that was like, I tried, there is another pierogi food truck. And like, I haven't been there. I'm not gonna like speak on their business or like bash on them or whatever.
Yeah.
But this gentleman who came up to us has had their product, and he was like, you know, they made me not like pierogies.
Got you. Put a bad taste in their mouth.
Right, yeah, exactly what he said. And then he tried our pierogies, and he came back like 3 times throughout the night.
Nice.
And he was like,
I don't know what you guys are doing.
I don't know. Yeah, he was
Put
like,
crack
I
in the
love
things.
you guys.
I
Like,
love it.
Yeah, so it was like, it was really awesome, and it makes us feel like we're really, you know, doing a good job.
Yeah, and you're
like,
different.
Yeah.
I love it. You guys are crushing it, seriously.
Yeah, crushing.
But no, seriously, shout out to you guys for coming on the show. All the OGs that are watching this episode right now, this is episode 126. If you guys want to see more content with me and Joe, or you just want to follow the OG Sessions journey, you can follow us on Instagram at OG Sessions Pod, X OG Sessions Pod, and TikTok just OG Sessions. If you want to look as sexy as Joey Allen looks right now, Joey, where can they go?
OGsessions.com.
There we go, baby. There it is. A little delay there. And if you want more bonus content,
This
where
is what
can
I'm
they
used
go?
to. Hit that Patreon, baby.
Patreon, baby. That's going to be patreon.com/OG Sessions. Choose a membership that's right for you, and let's get this thing cooking, baby.
Yes, sir.
And once again, shout out to Abby and Dane for coming on the show and talking about a little bit of pierogi action.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you
having
guys so
us.
much for having us.
100%. Can't wait to go and try some tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
We're stoked on it. And once again, shout out to everybody that's been watching this episode. Y'all, we are out.
Peace.